Ladies and gentlemen, with me today I have Keith Miller. Early morning show this time. It's the first one that we've done like that. Normally it's in the afternoon. But I got Keith with me, 6'4" wide receiver that, man, he's just got amazing hands. He's lightning fast. Big body receivers seem to be the thing that everybody's leaning towards and going to right now. So he can do just about everything. Currently a Colorado commit. I don't see that changing anytime soon based on our conversation. We'll get into that here in just a little bit. But man, Keith, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing real good.
Good. I'm glad that you're here. Uh,
Thank you.
so, man, what have you been up to this off season?
Really, just trying to just workouts, getting faster, stronger, and bigger, eating right, so I can have a good senior year this year.
That's awesome. I mean, you had a killer junior year, it looks like, just from stats and everything else. So, improving that senior year, and like I said, Colorado's gonna have a force on their hands when they go forward. Like I said, I don't see you switching that based on everything you said, and we'll get into those Colorado questions here shortly. But this off season, have you done any camps anywhere, or has it just all
Um,
been kind of local workouts?
I just been doing local workouts with my wide receiver trainer, Coach Hooks, and then Crabtree, Michael Crabtree. I've been working out with him a little bit too, but we're just working on my footwork so I can, have that ready for this next season, and then going on to college. That's really my main focus. I haven't been going to any camps.
Hey, I mean, whatever it takes to get it done and whatever works best for you, that's really what matters. It it shows right here and everything that you've done on your film. I think your crossing routes are probably some of the best that you do. You're not afraid of contact. You'll go up and high point the ball. I mean, you just get out there and get it done, whatever it takes, and that's what I like to see. So I know you're committed right now, but what past visits have you been on?
Um, Official wise, I only took Kansas, but unofficial, UNT, SMU, Texas Tech. Those were the three schools I took unofficials to.
Okay, and then of course Boulder.
Yeah, and then Colorado.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and just jump into the Colorado questions. What made you pull the trigger on Colorado?
Really, the coaches. They've been talking to me ever since I was committed to Kansas. Like just telling me that I could make a good impact here, stuff like that. And then when we took my visit out there, my mom loved it. They made her feel like family, and that was like one of my number one priorities. I want my mom to like feel safe with me going wherever I want to go. And like in Boulder, that's 20 minutes away from Denver. So I mean, there's stuff to do out there and stuff like that. And then what they had on the table, that's where I could see myself succeeding because next year, while I'm a senior playing, Lavisca is going to be playing, and then the year after that, my freshman year, Lavisca is going to be gone because he's going to enter the draft. So I mean, there's not going to be another outside receiver, big body like him. So that means I can come and fill that spot and make an impact as a true freshman.
That's smart. That's extremely smart. Not a lot of people will go and they'll look at that and see who's going to be going where and doing what on the team that they're currently committed to. They normally see coaches or things like that and just pull the trigger on that. But that's real smart that you look ahead to see where you stand as far as playing time goes. So, I, kudos to you for doing your research and getting it done there. Now, you told me in a text that they showed you a whole lot of love on there. What was some of that love and some of the things that they were doing different than any of the other schools that were recruiting you?
Um, so when we got there, we did a scavenger hunt, like just a scavenger hunt around the campus, and we got to like see different things. And while we were doing those different things, I had people at restaurants ask me if I was Keith, asking if they wanted to take a picture with their kid or whatever, and then telling me that Boulder's a great place. Is going to be they're going to be back on track next year, and then the years to come after that. So like, why not be a part of it? And then they did the same thing with my mom. the Coach Severini and the offensive coordinator, Coach Johnson, they took real good care of my mom. Coach Tucker, he's a real well known guy, and I know he has connects when it comes to the league. And it'll be great playing under him. And he's been telling me a lot of stuff about how I could play as a true freshman.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. I haven't heard too many stories about the atmosphere of the city itself,
Yeah.
coming in and being a part of recruiting. And it's normally just around campus, but that's real cool that other people started coming in and helping you out with it and doing their thing on there. And so you told me that you love the view and everything in Boulder.
Yeah, the view is really nice. It's beautiful.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw some of the pictures, I think, when you were up there, or maybe it was another guy that was on a visit, and it's pretty gorgeous up there. I'm not gonna lie, it's better
Hmm.
than a lot of the places around. So, who was your main recruiter for Colorado?
Coach Severini.
What were some of the things that he said about your game that you enjoyed hearing, or that I guess he enjoyed the most about your game and said, "No, we want you here. We want you as a priority."
Um, First he said, my game reminds him of Mike Evans
Hmm.
because Mike Evans is a big body receiver and he also has a little bit of speed, but I have speed and he has strong hands and he can catch the ball in traffic stuff like that. And he said he wants a big tall receiver like me. He can develop me for the league like he did Lavisca. And that was really his main thing, just telling me how he wants me to be the next big wide receiver after Lavisca leaves and carry on the legacy at Colorado, trying to win a John Thorpe Award. That hasn't been won in a couple years at Colorado.
Hey man, you've definitely got the skills and ability to do it, and if he can mold you into a much better receiver, I mean, looking at what you've done in high school just so far, from your junior film that we just had playing, I mean, if you improve your game further than that, you're going to be a massive force to be reckoned with out there. And I want to loop back. I should have said this at the start. Whoever did your 247 page, I apologize for that because you do not have 4.7 speed at all. You can easily tell in that
Yeah,
game film.
I don't
So,
know what they were. I think it was Mike. I don't have to fight Mike. I think it was Mike Roach that did that.
yeah, that's definitely not 4.7 speed at all in that game film. So I don't know where they got that number from or whatever, but we'll see about getting that changed because it's not 4.7 at all. But man, it's been wonderful talking to you this morning. One last thing before we go. Any recruit that may be considering Colorado, what's something that you'd like to say to them to get them on board?
Uh, don't really just don't look at them by their record because they didn't really have that good of a season last year. They won like the first 4 games and lost the rest. But I mean, don't look at just like the record. If you like Colorado, come up for a visit and check it out. And if you think it's home, make it home. But don't get too wrapped up in the record because once it's all said and done, we're going to change all of that. We're going to be uh, playoff contenders. Hopefully, win a natty before I graduate. But that's the plan. Just don't get wrapped up in the records.
That's awesome. Yeah, a little bit of a step backwards last year, but man, Colorado has been on the rise here lately. They've certainly turned the program around from being what they were in the past. Just slight step back last year, but outside of that, man, they're definitely nobody to take for granted. So, Keith, it has been awesome talking with you today. Thank you for joining me on the show. And I hope you have an awesome senior year and do wonderful things up there at Colorado.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You have a nice day, man.